Hey folks, and welcome to They Might Be Racing. While we've got my mom's Spitfire in the shop, we're going to put a couple extra things on it. One of the things that Mom got for Christmas this year is a battery tender. This is specifically the battery tender brand. I use them all the time. And what these do is these provide trickle charge to your battery so that if your car is sitting out in the garage for an extended period of time, you decide you want to go out and drive it, well, the battery will have a charge on it. Or, you put your car away for the winter, you want to make sure it's all charged up and ready to go when you get it out in the spring. Now, what happens with my mom is my mom will go and drive the car for a month and then not drive the car for a couple of months, and then drive the car for a month and not drive it for a couple of months, etc. And so inevitably, right at the beginning of the time she wants to get going with it, the battery's drained. Now, here's the thing about these battery tenders, is they have a special connector on the end that goes to the battery, and you've got two options. Option number one is standard alligator clips, similar to like we would use on a regular battery charger set of jumper cables, etc. Now these are neat and nifty and they work just fine. However, in the case of Mom's Spitfire, you got to have the car up in the air, the hood up in the air all the time so that you have access to the battery. Now, the guys at the battery tender have come up with another option which allows you to connect this directly into the posts on your battery. It's got an inline fuse, and then it's got the connector that allows it to hook into the battery tender. Now, the nifty thing about this hooked together again, is there happens to be an electrical grommet right here below the windscreen wiper motor, and it goes directly to the parcel shelf in the Spitfire. So what you do is you wiggle it through the grommet. I should have checked to see how hard this grommet was before I tried to do this. You slide that through, and then you take the two bits here, and what I did ahead of time, because I always take the battery cable off when I'm working on the car, is you then need to hook your negative cable up to the negative terminal. Mind you, I still have the entire system disconnected from the battery. Then you need to hook your positive cable up, and her positive terminal gets way corroded. Never quite figured out why hers is so bad, because it doesn't have any drains in it. But basically you get the two of these hooked up, and then what this allows you to do is once you get your batteries, once you get the battery cables back on and the bolts tightened up, is from then on you'll actually be able to access your battery tender from the parcel shelf. And I can actually put my hand on the cable right now. So what that means is when you go to set your car away for a while, plug this into the wall, plug this into the connector under your parcel shelf, no lifting of the bonnet, no fuss, no muss, and you're good to go. So the only thing I'll say is, you're dealing with electricity, be careful, because it's electricity. Other than that, it's really straightforward. Connect the two bits on the end of the bolts for the battery connectors. When you're reconnecting the system, reconnect the positive first, then the negative. Double check your fuse, make sure your fuse is okay. You may need to uprate it or downrate it, it's up to you. But other than that, you're good to go. And so from then on, you'll be able to charge your battery whenever you want using your battery tender. Until next time.